Now, they look and sound like a band of the 1950s. The Hampshire-based Dodge Brothers are the epitome of a skiffle band, complete with quiffs and great live music. Now they've been asked to be part of a new film about Brian Epstein and the Beatles called Midas Man. Earlier, I spoke to members of the Dodge Brothers, but first, well, here's a taste of music from the film, of course, played by the Dodge Brothers.
The Rock Island Line is the road to ride. Well, the Rock Island Line is a mighty good road. If you want to ride, you better ride it like you're flying. Get your ticket at the station on the Rock Island Line.
And we have Mark Kermode and Mike Hammond, who are half of the Dodge Brothers. Good to see you guys. Now, Mark, why are the Dodge Brothers playing skiffle music in a film about Brian Epstein and the Beatles?
Because basically skiffle is what gave us rock and roll. Most of the people that we know from early rock and roll bands, they started in skiffle bands, and the Beatles were, before they were the Beatles, they were the Quarrymen, and they played skiffle. So it's kind of historically putting it in context.
How did you feel, you know, on behalf of the Dodge Brothers, how did you all feel being asked to be a part of this film?
Well, I was really pleased, not least because the director made a sort of indie film a while ago that I really, really liked. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on his work. And also, you know, it's like we've been playing skiffle for years. And so it was just lovely to get a call. Hey, we need a skiffle band. I know. Let's get the Dodge Brothers.
How lovely. Mike, you play a very traditional song, isn't it? Rock Island Line. Would
Yes.
the Quarrymen, you know, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, would they have played that at the Cavern?
I don't know if they would have played it at the Cavern, but they definitely played it. And there is a recording of John Lennon singing it. So, yeah, they definitely played it, and it's one of the kind of songs that really anchored them as a band.
What's the significance of the song?
The significance of the song is that it really is a real connection between the American blues movement in the early 20s and 30s, and then the British co-opting of that. And the great thing about it is that when you hear Rock Island Line, anybody can play it. You can just pick up a guitar and pick up a washboard and you can play it. And that's what they did. It was so exciting for them.
Mark, you're used to reviewing films. How vulnerable do you feel now that you're a part of this film and fellow critics are going to review it?
Well, I should point out we're a very, very small part of it. I mean, it's a huge tapestry of a film, and we're a tiny little part of it. So I suspect most of the critics I know won't even notice that we're in it. But there is something weird about, yeah, OK, fine. So now that's you.
Those boys will be bigger than Elvis.
I really like the film, so I'm very happy to be in it.
You had full costume and makeup, did you?
Well, we turned up wearing what we normally wear, and then we got sent to costume and makeup, and they said, okay, well, we got to put on jeans and plaid shirts. We go, well, that's what we're wearing already. And they said, well, no, we've got to have the period stuff. And then we came out with the period stuff on, and someone went, oh, you've got to go to costume. We went, no, this is the costume. And they went, but that's what you were wearing when you arrived.
I love it. I love it. Now, they built the Cavern, didn't they, for filming purposes? But actually, the night before the film launch, you're actually going to play in Liverpool. The Dodge Brothers are going to play there in the Cavern. How cool is that?
That's really cool. I mean, first time I saw the Beatles was when I was 9 years old watching Ed Sullivan, and I've wanted to play wherever they played ever since.
My motto has always been, a gig's a gig, but that's a gig and a half, right?
It certainly is. Good luck, guys. It's lovely to talk to you, and thank you for joining us here on South Today.
Thank you for having us,
Thanks,
Sally.
Sally.
Thank you.
Get your ticket at the station on the Rock Island Line.
Should be good, shouldn't it? Midas Man streams on Amazon Prime from October the 30th.